Okay, first the pan. Is it showing everybody? Okay. All right. I work for a small business firm that's called Simmons Associates. I do accounting work, and another subsidiary that we have is a concrete business. And the economy has been rather bad over the past couple of years, so that concrete business has not been doing very good. Some of the things that could have helped that concrete business would be some new hire tax credits or things like that that might have helped stimulate us to be able to employ more workers and put some of these workers that are unemployed back to work. There are new credits out there to help these small businesses. One of them being the new hire tax credit, which is the equivalent of 6.2% of everything you pay to an employee, up to $106,800. Another one would be the new hire retention credit, which actually works in with that new hire credit in that it's if you employ that person for over 52 weeks, you would then get a general business tax credit of $1,000. The third one is the small business health care credit. That allows you to actually get 35% of what you pay in your employer's premiums back, so that it's kind of just giving you a credit so that you don't have to bear the burden of all of those business expenses for those tax credits. The new hire tax credit. That is what happens with that is you save 6.2% of all of the total wages that you do. What happens with FICA and Medicare is that you pay 6.2% on all of your wages up to $106,800. With Medicare, you pay the whole shebang for 1.45%. With the new hire credit, you would actually save 6.2% of all of those wages, so that you wouldn't be paying the employer portion anymore. I don't think it's quite fair because the employee still has to pay their 6.2%. It's just rather than the employer matching it, the government is matching it for them. Those particular employees, in order to qualify for this credit, have to be unemployed for over 60 days before they come to work for you. It can be a person that you laid off in fall, say it's an employee construction, say you laid them off in fall and brought them back in May or something like that. It can be an employee like that just as long as they have not worked that past 60 days previous to that. What they have to do is they have to sign a affidavit stating that they have not worked for the previous 60 days, and they cannot be a relative of yours either. That would be a brother, sister, mother, aunt, uncle, any type of relative, son-in-law, anything. They can't be any relation to you to be able to take that credit for them. The second thing that ties into that is the new hire retention credit. With the new hire retention credit, you essentially get a $1,000 tax credit on your 2011 tax return for having those employees for that period of time. It's a general tax credit, so it comes dollar for dollar for taxes paid, and it will carry over from year to year. So say your tax was only $500 in this given year, that extra $500 would carry over into the next year. You would have to have those employees for, again, 52 consecutive weeks before to be able to qualify. The third credit is the small business health care credit. That would give you up to 35% of all the premiums that you paid in for your employee. Now, in a couple years, they're hoping to raise that to 50%. So say you pay $20,000 in healthcare premiums for one employee, which can happen, you would get a $10,000 credit on that particular year's tax return. There are some stipulations that come with that credit. The employees can only make a median wage of about $25,000. That's when it starts to phase out. So up to $25,000, you could get the full 10 grand on it back. Over that, it would totally, completely go away at $50,000. It also entails the amount of employees that you have. So 10 employees is, if you get the 10 employees, the phase out begins, and at 25, it goes away completely. So to review, the new hire tax credit, the new hire retention credit, and the small business tax credit are there to help you so that you can try to get some of these employees back to work. The 6.2% is what you would save on all your employees' wages for the new hire credit. The new hire retention credit can help you save up to $1,000 on your tax bill in 2011. And then the small business tax credit, that would help you to be able to fund health insurance for your employees. Credits could have helped, say Concrete could have helped them be able to bring in more employees, and they have actually started to take advantage of that. So they have been able to bring more employees back that they have had to lay off due to the economic situation. Thank you.
Thank you. Yay!